Dr. Fortino, you know, in March, it will have been 3 years since I started working with you. And I would really like to hit my final goal of 200 pounds by then. Right now I'm at 235, maybe a couple pounds less. And I would like to get to 200 by March 13th. Is that feasible? Is that a good idea?
It can be challenging to lose that amount of weight, 35 pounds to be 200 pounds. That's definitely more than 10% of your body weight. So like 15% of your body weight, something like that. And that can be very challenging to do in 2 months. Mm-hmm. Our goal isn't to hit that goal. Our goal is to continue at a pace where you maintain your habits. Mm-hmm. If you speed up, you might exhaust and then you bow out. So marathon runners know that their pace has to be set, and as they approach the finish line, they certainly may speed up, but the pace is what gets them through the journey. So your pace is really good. You've done amazing work. Keep your pace. If the number comes at that time frame, great. But if it doesn't, and at least you still have your pace and you still have your success. Mm-hmm. So we're not sprinting, we're not slowing down, we're steady, focused, and that's much more important.
Is it true that if you reach a goal in a fast period of time, you're likelier to regress and put weight back on?
In the weight loss era, I do see people that really drop a lot of weight quick, but yet they still haven't created the pattern of success. They haven't created their habits that led them to success. They may have made a change, but it's not incorporated in here and in here. And you're right. You stop what you're doing, you get distracted, you go on vacation, and you gain your weight back. So that's one example. But in life, I think what we need to do is focus on those habits that lead to success. But you're 100% right. Mm-hmm. That does happen. Okay. And it's not because they didn't make changes, they just didn't make habits. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Okay. Very good. So yeah, and when you establish those habits, it'll help you sustain that ideal weight once you reach the end.
That's the key, because you may say, I want to be less now. I reached my goal, but I want to drop 10 more pounds. Or I reached my goal and I want to be able to bench press more weight. So you're never hitting your goal. You're just maintaining those patterns that lead to success. Mm-hmm. And it's always flourishing. And that's the beauty of life.
What do you think is harder, losing the weight or maintaining it?
Losing the weight can be challenging for some people because it's very difficult to put yourself in a position that produces the habits, giving up certain items, changing a lifestyle. Maintaining it is probably easier if you have established those habits. Mm-hmm. You've established some habits that make your muscle strong, you're healing yourself from your plate, and if you deviate from that, you might not have the result you want on the scale. So I can't say one is more difficult than the other. Sometimes it's easier to start it, and sometimes it's harder to maintain it. It's just the circumstances of life have a lot to do with that. Your emotional attachments. What's the moral of the story is create good habits, treat yourself well. Mm-hmm. You deserve better, and it comes. It took Arnold Schwarzenegger 15 years to become Mr. Universe. Mm-hmm. No one can do it any faster. Yeah. It's not easy, but it's not impossible.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Fortino. Best. Carpe diem, my friends. Carpe diem. Ciao, ciao.